Just love your team, man.
There's multiple reasons I'll say why. It's a combo breaker versus Magnus. I've seen it a lot of times when you are playing versus these big heroes, and it's really good versus Slark for like the whole game. You're able to always just trade with him.
Not so much versus the Timber Saw, though.
Not so much versus Timber, yeah. I think that's the matchup that they're probably going to be looking to put that. Timber's going to try to lane either versus ET or versus the Tiny, which should be pretty good for Team Nigma.
Well, let's see if Kuro had to sacrifice his arm to change the outcome of TI9, or is this just a filler arc before OG faces off against the final boss of Secret? Tune in now for game number 2.
For battle.
You know what I think it's really cool is when you see picks like jump from top tier team to top tier team. So Puppy going into this tournament was actually spamming a lot of Treant Protector in his pubs. Next thing you know, we've got Nigma versus OG, the matchup they had before where, yeah, OG did manage to 2-0 them pretty easily. Nigma were the ones to draft the Treant Protector, and now in the lower bracket final, game 2, OG is going to pick up Treant Protector for the first time in this tournament.
Yeah, and it is going to be a position 5. We've seen it in the 3 position. It definitely helps that it's this flexible pick. ET as well. Seb playing this hero makes it a lot easier to work it into a draft. The old tree cut tactic.
Cutting through the trees together. A Quelling Blade for Armin, a Quelling Blade for Miracle, and GH lurking on the side here. They are going to be playing the... the Elder Titan's going to making his way across the map here. Is that a Saksa?
It looks like it. I think they're going to swap the lanes. They're going to have
no,
they're going to have No Tail go bot.
Yeah. I was about to say, I was like, that's a little weird. Surely it's a core Elder Titan, as we've seen.
Wait, Seb is up here.
We've seen, yeah. So aren't they swapping lanes like you were talking about?
But No Tail's staying up here. So I was thinking it was No Tail swapping because the trees have been cut, but... Now they want the ET versus Slark matchup, but they're also swapping Enigma.
Yep.
It looks like, okay, they're just making sure they want to see... mind control is mid on Magnus. Okay, this is a wild game already.
I mean, this is the part that, like, they have to leave a support in lane when we're doing this musical chair shenanigans.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, you have to make sure somebody's there to collect the experience. That's why Sox is currently bottom lane.
GH TP bot, too.
He's one of the best heroes to do so, and look at this sniper the courier. Mid one. All right, if we're going to go round and round and round, I might as well make good use of this, this time. Snipe out a courier.
It's always funny to see how people use this running back and forth between the lanes. So, okay, Seb, Midwood's up here as well as Seb. This is a 2-core lane.
You're gonna try and run down RMN here. The magic missile gives him a little bit of time. Mid one shows up. All of a sudden, okay, hold up. This is where the Timbersaw wants to be anymore. Almost getting that kill. What are they gonna do about Weehaw though?
The problem here, though, is that mid one, he leveled up the jump, so he doesn't have his Jingu to deal with the Timber.
And they need to actually give him some space to get that experience, but right now they're stacking up as 3. So things are definitely a little bit awkward right now.
Still 2 cores in the top lane. I love when teams do this. Their solution to the lane shenanigans is just, all right, I'm a support now. Like it's, he's just supporting.
Yeah.
They're trying to get mid one that level too, just like you mentioned. It's cool that he's staying here though as a core to do this.
Yep.
Like these top teams, they just don't really care about farm distribution in the game.
Yeah, it's not like it's that bad to give your Phoenix early levels.
Yeah, of course. We've seen.
And Weehaw is actually maybe going to get run down here. Oh, damn. Okay. First blood for No Tail. I did not think that was going to be enough damage, to be honest.
Neither did I. I mean, you're 2 strength heroes versus a Timber, right? Like, this is what he prefers to be against.
Gets out the Fire Spirits. Is that enough for the dive? It is. They don't get the last 2 hits off required to get the kill. And now, finally, we're going to have Seb rotate. Now, the TPs... Oh, never mind. They killed the Timbersaw and he TP'd up to top lane, so never mind. We're all good.
Yes, this is exactly why you leave Seb in the lane like that. That's the ideal thing that can happen when you're doing these lane shenanigans, is you force that death into TP.
Soxa, he's going to be spotted here. They only need a couple of hits for the Fateful to get the kill here. Jump forward. Weehaw gets eliminated there real quick as the Monkey King begins to amp up a little bit.
Second death on him too, so he's no TP for getting back to the lane. For a little while.
Equally so, I feel like this bottom lane, like Elder Titan versus the Slark, that's a matchup you want to have if you're OG, but I could see how just a bit of an experience lead and a free bit of gold, like, you know, Seb kind of like was hurting his own game by being top the entire time.
Yeah,
I could see how the Slark wins the lane pretty heavily now if he has an advantage. Oh, what a dive forward, and they should be able to get the kill. Oh my god, there it goes. He dies. Saksa, he'll die to the tower, but right as I say, I could see maybe the... Oh, he actually gets off the healing salve. He's not left with a ton of regen, and GH is still trying to hunt him down with the boots here. Saksa, a little bit of game of ring around the rosy. Blocks out one side, needs to go back in, though. Cut down that tree. Blocked out by your own branch. Oh no, Seb. Oh, they need this kill. They need this kill really, really badly. Because just like they did to Weehaw, if they kill Seb here, he cannot TP out to lane. Otherwise, they do the switcheroo again.
I honestly feel like he's just gonna respawn and then walk to lane.
I think so too.
Just because, whatever at this point. Like, you can just split farm with your Phoenix and basically just run 2 3.5s. That's totally okay between these two heroes, so you don't really need to TP to a lane.
Okay, TP'd up to top, and we're gonna have
He's supporting. Just kidding. No, they're okay, so they're just gonna go for the... Hope that he doesn't just TP back up top on Timber.
Well, I think his TP is still on cooldown, if I had to guess, for another 25 seconds. Probably similar to Miracle here. They probably swapped at the same time. So there's going to be a small window where they get the matchups that they want, and then maybe we're going to just keep going again. 5-minute boundary runes are coming up. That makes things even messier as GH is going to be run down mid one. Apparently not afraid of skipping out on the lane just to secure a big kill. In fact, that's a level 5 Rubik, so that's actually a really nice kill to get on top of securing your boundary runes.
Yeah, with the lane shenanigans going on right now, that's a huge kill.
There's only so many trees there, and he will be caught. Can he get the Roshan suicide? He cannot.
The next label play.
The hero's attack animation is so slow, and you have to walk up and hit Roche or walk through him. It's a hard deny to get. He's just jungling. Oh man.
Yeah.
His game has been pretty hurt by this top stuff that's going on in the top lane. I think giving mid one that solo XP on the first few waves was extremely smart from OG. He can just completely dumpster this Timbersaw.
Yeah, Nigma's lineup looks really awkward if the Timbersaw doesn't have that confidence to be able to man fight against OG, right? Because they are so reliant on Timbersaw kind of being unkillable and just in fights all the time. Mind Control looks to be able to chase him down with a skewer. Toss back there from Topson. Picks up the double damage rune in his bottle, so gets a refill there as well. That was really nice.
A 1v2 as well.
Miracle. Gonna punch him in the face. Gets his spirit back. And Miracle, you don't want to trade with this Elder Titan, man. This is why they want the ET versus Slark matchup. One of the few melee heroes that can go and man mode up against Miracle, but now the spirit damage is gone, and it's a tri-lane now. So, Seb, he dies, and GH immediately teleporting to the mid lane where they're going for the dive right now, trying to get the kill onto GH. Topson, does he have his combo left? Yeah, he does. He does, and he gets that kill as a result. But Topson will take a lot of damage on his way out here. The Whirling Death, first one's not enough, but the second one, if he hits him, it's going to be close, but he gets the Fairy Fire. He's okay for now. A Timber Chain, there's a tree right there. Oh, he cuts it with the Quelling Blade. Topson read his moves exactly, and Weehaw will have to give up on the chase. What a sick move.
I can't believe it. He had no expression on his face when he did that. He just knew that was gonna work.
Yeah.
He wasn't even afraid.
Oh, the avalanche. That's always a problem for the Timbersaw. Constant stuns make the Timber Chain a little worse. Let's see, back into that when they were going on Mind Control, and then dove the Rubik afterwards. This is that first kill. And just get that back. I think we're gonna have a lot of that. Flashing back and forth between kills missed and kills currently happening, because just something about OG Nigma, man. There's kills all over the map.
Mid one's actually rushing an Aghanim Scepter.
Really? Okay.
That is fascinating. Huh. I've not seen this build ever.
No, why do you think that is? I mean, isn't Echo Saber still like a pretty value item right now?
I don't know. I think the Silver Edge is good in the late game, just on most melee heroes, but Okay, gets the...
Nice catch from as he tries to jump into the trees. Doesn't result in a kill, but still cool.
Yeah, that was cool. They're just trying to defend the tower here. That's all Nigma's trying to doing.
Yeah, if they finish off this creep, then the siege wagon will start getting banged on by the tower. And they will keep that safe lane tower alive, though. Still, though, on the side of OG, they are still holding that top 2 net worth position. Seb may be a little bit under-farmed because of half the supporting work he's been doing, but it certainly has paid out dividends with 2 very, very farm cores. And Topson's going to be able to go in and get the kill on my control again.
Man.
Mid one was even cutting in to make sure they actually, man, the freedom with which OG moves around the map, you know?
It is something to behold. Let's just say that. They do not care about roles. Roles do not matter when you are OG.
Miracle just needs a little bit more experience. Just please, sir. Just give me 2 creeps. That's all I want. All I want is my level 6. And all GH wants is goddamn.
Wait.
Yeah, the tree got cut down, and Miracle almost dying there. Back over to the skewer play that does manage to kill mid one. The tree got cut down.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know if that was the lift that did that or some very weird interactions happening with this Monkey King jump right now. And then Miracle dies on the top lane. I think this is the more important kill that we've seen happen. Like, he's kind of the saving grace for Nigma right now.
Dire's middle tower.
It's so funny because now, like, it's pushing in, right? You've got your level 6 that's pushing in, but the reason he died in the first place is he was just trying to hold that experience range, trying to stay close enough to get his ultimate so he can heal back up. He's got it now, though. 10-minute power runes. That's what we're going to be playing here. Topson does manage to pick up the arcane rune, turns around, tosses onto the 3. Really good damage.
Tower is under attack.
GH is already level 6, does manage to get the steal on the avalanche here. No Tail, he's going to be dying. Supernova inside of the pit. RMN trying to back away from Seb, who's going to be pulled back in by the shockwave, and a secondary kill here for Nigma. Timber Chain, okay, a little awkward here. He's going to try and get to the other side of this Roshan pit if he can, but a toss is going to keep him inside. So another round of Timber Chains up in a second here, but then there goes the avalanche. Topson. Every single move that Weehaw tries to make is just immediately countered. Miracle is going to try and play inside of this one. They have the telekinesis. He does manage to get off the stick charges and gets off the kill onto RMN. It does up him to an unstoppable kill streak, which is what Miracle claimed there for 450 gold.
Topson's a maniac, man. Just walking up that high ground. You know he smells blood in the water.
Trying to catch him. The stolen avalanche kind of interrupts Saksa, and they will manage to get that kill even if the Rubik dies here, but No Tail stuck in a corner. One Earth Splitter, though. It's going to be able to nail a couple of heroes here. Brings mind control really low, and I think Seb's just going to be able to man up and kill him. Unless the magic missile, they get the counter double kill for mind control as he stays alive. Uh-oh. Is he going to stay alive?
Radiant's top tower.
No boundless strike.
Yeah, I don't think there's any vision there for mid one. But
Yeah, you're not as strong as you think you are, my friend. These rotations are constantly coming, and he still only has 2 levels of the reactive armor.
I remember really early on into the tournament, this just does not end.
No, it really doesn't, but GH can defend himself. Telekinesis and boundless strike. Diving this man may be a bad idea. But Topson's still going to try, or at least he's going to see if GH walks up into the high ground to him.
Structures are fortified.
Almost have the blink on Topson. That's going to be huge this game. He's so high level and high net worth that his combo does an insane amount of damage. Like, he can one-hit all of these heroes on Nigma if they're not careful.
They see him. They see mid one. We've got the Slark on the high ground here. Seb, you got to be careful of this guy. He is kind of scary to fight into right now. Miracle just gets a couple hits before he jumps away. The boundless strike, these long-range disables beginning to catch, but the counter boundless strike stops Topson from being able to get off the combo.
Just to give you an idea of how fast OG are playing in this game, Topson is like 100 gold away from his blink. I think he's probably sending it out on the courier right now. And they still chose to smoke there. Like, he's 50 gold, right? And they could just, all right, guys, let me hit neutrals for just a few seconds. No, they want to just immediately smoke and run into the high ground, baiting mid one there. Like, there is no downtime with this team. These guys are on fire right now.
They really are, just moving so fast. If the time is right to fight, then the time is right. Doesn't matter about the items. That seems to be a constant OG philosophy is Seb. He's going to be swapped back into the magic missile stun. That wasn't quite enough to get the kill, but RMN, oh, the Spirit is going to run him down. Spirit on Spirit action. And Seb walks away with the kill on RMN after they attempted to gank him.
I think Topson should have his blink now. Makes these a lot more, these fights a lot easier to actually get somebody.
They smoke and just run back in. Killing GH, now Topson. Okay, they're staying on top of the Overgrowth with the Supernova. This is going to be a really nice combo. Miracle tries to get what little damage he can. He gets off the RP at the last second, but the Supernova explodes. They still hold this area, no matter how many spells are cast from the side of Nigma. And they still manage to get the Blink Dagger, jump onto Miracle, so he dies as well. Topson with the triple. He just does not stop. This man is a monster.
And man, the thing with OG as a team is that when they are at a disadvantage, we see them playing fast like this. And with the 4K gold lead, man, I'm scared for Nigma. I don't know.
They want to be able to hold this tower. They're willing to do everything they can to be able to keep it out. That Nature Scraps is out, slowing down No Tail. But everyone of OG is still, well, most of them are still playing around this area. And in fact, we're going to see him cut in soon. Weehan's been taking a little time to recover his game. Is now going to be joining in this fight, and they do. Topson jump in for mid-want, though. Nails a really good boundless strike. They immediately skewer him outside of his ultimate, though. The Wukong's command is out, but Topson's going to have a fresh combo pretty soon. He's got the toss-up. The Avalanche coming up a second. He sees Weehan's a little bit low. Looks to be able to finish him off. Blinks ahead of him. You could see he was trying to get the extra kill by blinking onto mind control and tossing him back. Doesn't quite get it. Still though, OG 6,000 net worth lead.
Dude, No Tail looks like, this looks like TI No Tail.
Yeah,
the
dude.
face, like the killer instinct face.
It's so serious.
I'm legitimately terrified. I'm very afraid right now, just seeing him. Please don't put that on there again. Frightening.
12 to 22. Total 34 kills in 15 minutes. You know, I expected this pace, but it is exceeding my expectations now at this point. Like, game one was like, okay, yeah, maybe that's what we expect, but this is getting a little too real here. And this is kind of what we were talking about with Weeha having a rough start to the game, is he just cannot get back into it, right?
They're not giving any space on OG. Well,
Yeah.
This is the brief moment. This is literally the first time in 15 minutes where there's any space, but there are TPs coming down to the bot lane.
No Tail, is he actually going to be able to survive? No, the Whirling Death. But so many heroes cutting in fast, and Weeha, he needs the Timber Chain out before Disable comes through. No Boundless Strike. Sox is still in the hunt, though. Looks to be able to chase him down. They're Timber Chain and TP out, because they know OG has an awful lot of chase. Miracle, meanwhile, okay, they spotted him. Can they do anything about that, though? Miracle slides away, so instead they're going for RMN, who also TPs out. Really nice, clean escape there from Nigma after getting that kill on the Treant Protector.
That is the first breath of fresh air that OG is allowing Nigma to have in this game.
Yeah.
They have not been playing the side lanes at all. They have not hit a single neutral camp. And the reason that happened is because they split up to get the bounties. Like, there are these objectives you need to take on them. I mean, Topson, he's the only one that still has his foot on the gas. He's playing in the enemy damn triangle by himself, which is, you know, typical
And
Topson
it's double warded, too.
Yeah.
Like, Nigma are like, OG
They
is
see
constantly
him.
invading this. They
Yes.
double ward their own triangle just to try and
man.
put a stop to this.
That's so funny, and he's still there. Like, the AoE really is Magnus. So if you can just stay on top
Oh, mind control, they did find him, and they will stop that TP.
Normally.
I don't know how exactly they knew he was there. Oh, they have a ward up there.
There's a
Look
high
at
ground
that.
ward, but I think he just placed it. I think
Yeah, he just placed it, for
he
sure.
was going over there to place it, because when you have this crazy 8K gold lead at 17 minutes, you know that Nigma is going to play this extremely split pushy game. People are going to be sitting in trees constantly, so
Radiant's top
just going to set that up, and luckily he was hit the nail right on the head. He was getting prepared to split push in the exact spot that No Tail warded.
Just another great read by OG.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's
Miracle's
middle
going
tower
for
is under attack.
BKB next. This is...
Radiant structures are
You would
fortified.
really love to be just buying stat
Radiant's
items on this
top
hero,
tower
you know,
is under
building into the
attack.
non-BKB items, but in this game it feels like he can't be greedy.
Radiant's
He needs
top
something to
tower
take off this tree root. Manta would work too, but you don't really like going Manta on Slark. It feels really awkward. You'd love to be able to get by with just like a Sanjin Yasha Satanic, but I think the game might end before then if he doesn't go for the nuclear option, which is the BKB.
A really big scary part of this game to me feels like, yeah, OG's up by a pretty significant network, but the map control is going to get really bad here. They're going to utilize that lead and start pressuring down towers, and they're not going to lose any towers in return because that's the specialty of a Treant Protector.
This is true. This is true.
They do not have fast damage on towers whatsoever. It's
No.
not like, oh, we're going to take this in one push.
Yeah, when Slark is your best tower damage dealer, you've got some issues. We walking in.
That is really interesting. What could be happening with this? So many opportunities here. The rest of Nigma are not going to get here very quickly. They got the sentry. They're going to be turning around on a Weehaw. Tries to get away the timber chain. It's just not fast enough. No Tail says, oh, my control. Can he get in? Oh, no. Mid-one man to pick up the Aegis, and he's committed, so he's done for as well.
That's right before his blink, too. He's not going to have that. That is rough. He would love to have had the blink for that fight. The timings from OG, man, they just aren't giving any space to Nigma in this game. It's so sad watching Miracle just chomp away at a stacked medium. Kevin, he can't even kill it.
He can't even get it because mid-one's now there.
Oh, man.
Radiant's
Poor
top
Miracle.
tower is under attack.
Don't do this to the boy.
I wonder how they knew. It was just like a sentry just to make sure they didn't have a ward outside the pit, or if maybe somebody bumped into him, you know?
Yeah, I think generally it's pretty good practice to just drop a sentry before Roche falls. I know a lot of people have made that a habit just over the years. Too many Roche steals, snatches, you know, you get tired of it. Nice D-ward, really nice D-ward. Heads up,
tower is under attack.
sentry there.
Yeah, that's
Usually you put it on the high ground.
Dire's bottom tower.
10k gold lead though, it's very difficult even with that nice D-ward. Doesn't do much. I don't even think OG needs wards at this point.
Monkey King swinging through the trees, jumps down, gets his statue
Radiant's top tower is
right
under
there
attack.
next to the tier 2 and kind of just plants his ground and says, okay, this is now my area.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Managing to steal living armor. That is interesting, because they definitely need something to hold right now against OG. With all their aggression, they're just going to keep going here. The Glyph is going to go out, dodging the Meteor Hammer. Pull back in with the Telekinesis, swap back in as well. They keep him inside the base, but they don't really have enough damage to really threaten mid-one. Oh, and RP doesn't go out in time. Topson stops him with the toss up in the air. They know No-Tail somewhere around here. They're going to try and cut down all the trees, but No-Tail's hauling them farther and farther away from the barracks. All the trees are gone now, and No-Tail will die, but look how far away they are from this tier 3. Meteor Hammer's going to come in. This tower's almost done. They got to keep it alive, though. With that living armor, it can heal back up to full, but they just can't do it. A jump in from Topson. Immediately gets 2 heroes stacked on top of each other. The Wukong's man to go out. Miracle and Weehaw both able to make their way out pretty easily. Mind Control still ready to go with the RP, but they have to get out of here. Mid-one. Okay, he wasn't able to get that kill. Swap back out. Miracle will survive now, playing around these statues as much as possible. Mind Control gets a little bit close. 2-man RP. He can kill one of these heroes, surely, as they pull him back into the tier 4 area. Topson's quite low. Magic Missile does manage to finish him off, and they take down the Aegis of the Monkey King as well. He's immediately going to be pounced up. He's going to be stuck underneath this tier 4. The question is, can he actually kill anybody for it? Weehaw actually is the one to go down. Mid-one, can he get out? The tier 4s are hitting him, but they're running out of damage. The statues are blocking that path. They can't get through the Scotty statues. Mid-one gets away. Weehaw's not gonna lit up just yet, though. He is chasing, so is Miracle. They get on top of No-Tail, trying to steal some of those stats. Mid-one almost gets the Jingu stacks up, but he's one shy, so he doesn't have that opportunity to regen back up. Mind Control missing the skewer back, going for Sap here. Weehaw should be able to cut him down, and it looks like OG are gonna call it quits.
Oh, it runs away.
Yes.
He kind of duped himself on Wee.
Okay, they do manage to get him finally. Mid-one is still here. They're still here, and they're still dead. Oh no, they could have gone out for free, but instead OG, once again, always looking for that team fight, always looking for the opportunity to turn things around. This time it was a misread, though.
It's expensive, though. Lots of buybacks from Nigma there. I think if you're OG, if you're No-Tail in particular, you're probably bonking yourself on the head. It's like, I shouldn't have given the living armor. I probably shouldn't have walked into the base, into the fountain. That definitely hurt the whole.
Oh, Miracle gets off the BKB before the combo can go off, and Topson, this is going to be a dieback for him, right? Or maybe not. I can't remember. 50 seconds, he's dead. Force swap back to be able to stop the TP there from Saksa. And OG, their relentless aggression may have just bit them in the ass now. A toss on through, dive, trying to finish off GH. He's got the stone living armor, though. He keeps himself alive with that one.
I gotta say, dude, the MVP of that fight is honestly the living armor. Like, on both sides. Just saving these heroes, keeping them alive, keeping the tower alive, making that such a difficult push, and delaying. I think if you're no-tail after that, you think, like, I gotta be really careful about giving this ability away, because this is the one thing that Nigma can actually use to delay the game, to let Miracle build up these stacks and possibly come back into this game.
And this is exactly how, you're right. Like, how does Nigma get back into this game? It's entirely around going late game with a Slark against a lineup that will not threaten him very much as time goes on, right? He has been terrorized by Topson over and over again, but eventually that combo no longer sticks.
Yes, especially when he's going for these strength-heavy items. You know, Drums, Echo Saber, BKB, these are all HP items. He's going for the Scotty next. You can't combo him down with the Tiny combo. Where's the disable other than that? There isn't any. Not that can deal with the Slark.
OG is still up by 9,000 net worth at 24 minutes in. It is still very early into this game, and I think we have an Aghanim Scepter almost done for Seb. Mid one's going to be building into a Satanic, so just, again, trying to survive longer and longer in these team fights. It's a very interesting build. It just seems entirely predicated on, around like living for a long time and getting statues out.
Yeah, it's a weird one, but this is not a particularly popular hero right now. It's basically only OG picking it, and usually it's Topson playing it when they do pick it. So it seems like this is just the build that they think works in the current patch. You know, sometimes you have to spice it up a bit to make a hero work.
Sure. 25-minute bounties. And OG, for maybe one of the first times this game, they're going to take a breather here and farm up their next round of items. They say, okay, we have to give respect to Nigma. Then we may have been running them over for the last 25 minutes, but if we do not get a little bit of control here of this game, we may end up throwing just like Nigma. Well, I wouldn't even say throwing at this high level, right? But just like we may stumble into the wrong fight.
Yeah, right. Man, he's still got living armor. That is so annoying for how OG is playing this game. Like this, they're playing fast, and this is the one spell that makes it so that you cannot play fast around these objectives, which are exactly what OG need to be playing towards right now. They're not playing for kills, they're playing for objectives. They've already got the kills. They've already got the gold.
If they can take this tower, it'd be really nice for the side of Nigma, because then they could take that outpost and have a little bit better control of Roshan, because that is going to be very likely the next big objective, as we do still have another 45 seconds until it's up, so I highly doubt OG is going to be pressuring past these tier 2s until then.
Yeah, 100%. This is exactly why they've slowed down. They don't want to just feed away one kill on Topson, or maybe somebody that doesn't have buyback right before Roche. All of a sudden that Roche fight is difficult, and that's where things can get iffy. That's when you can lose the game.
4-man smoke up, pushing into the triangle. No-tail leading the way here. A blink back. But they do catch Weehaw. Uh-oh, Weehaw swapped out by RMN. Gonna give up his life to protect his core. He's dead for 40 seconds.
It's a pretty good kill. I mean, I think the...
is under attack.
How does he still have living armor? What's happening here? Did he steal it again?
He had to have, yeah.
Oh no, that was just the last little tick of it.
Was it? Oh, wow.
He might have gotten it a second time, but it did just run out. That was such a pain. And I think there's a reason that he kept it for so long. He knows how important the spell is if he can get it.
And he was playing very safe in all these team fights that were happening. Got to be careful of this Aghanim Scepter here from Topson.
Well, we talked about how you deal with the Slark. I think this tiny Aghanim Scepter is something that definitely solves that hero a little bit. If he presses his ult at low HP, you can't just survive. It's ground targeted damage.
Okay, so on into the potential Roshan spawning time. It's actually going to be a late one with 2 minutes.
I think that top ward is between 2 sentries. Oh no, they ping it on Wii. Yeah, it's dewarded.
The Crystallis, Topson is really racking up the damage, almost has his level 18 as well. And this Scotty has just been kind of delayed for Miracle, who right now is playing inside of the river.
Oh, they wanted a double damage. You know they wanted a DD or an Arcane. They gave him the bottle too preemptively.
See if they can catch mid one. You'll Scepter first. Okay, that's going to lead into the pounce. They're going to try and quickly burst him down. He does not have a BKB, so all this control is going out, but it looks like the status switches the RP back in, but he got off the Supernova first. Inside of the Wukong's command, this is looking like a disaster for Nigma. They can't even finish off the mid laner of OG. They all in on him. Okay, Weehaw does collect him on his way out, but he is kind of stuck. Timber Chain, TP out. Is he away? He's out. Okay, that's may have just saved Nigma's game just a bit, just a tad.
They do have Tiny though. I mean, this hero does quite a bit of building damage when you build a right click like this. You can still push high ground right now and possibly get a Rax. Doesn't look like they want to do that. Topson's just pushing out the wave. It's a little dangerous with the low respawn timers and Slark and Timber still being alive. Particularly Miracle being alive is a problem. They're pinging him. They know he's there.
Yeah, they know he's around. Miracle is trying to catch him somewhere here, but with this build, you have to actually land that pounce directly. There's no diffusal blade to help you chase or anything like that. Weehaw finally does spot him here with the Yule Scepter, trying to slow him down with the Chakram, but this is very rapidly becoming a long chase, which Topson is more than willing to turn around. The Magic Missile from long range catches him, but with the retreat here from Weehaw, I'm not sure how brave Miracle could be here. As look at Sep. Oh, be careful that Aghanim Scepter, be careful!
Oh, if there's one more tree there, he's dead.
Ooh,
he literally, he ran out of trees.
He ran out of trees.
That was not the duration. He ran out of trees.
One Ironwood branch plan. That would have been the death of Miracle.
100%.
Now he knows, though, and now he's he's got to be a lot more careful. Topson's going to throw out his Aghanim Scepter, and they do manage to hit him with the Magic Missile. Not fast enough, though. Immediately, a buyback comes out from Mind Control. Saksa jumping forward, trying to force any fight at this point in time. His mid one doesn't manage to connect with RMN. They can catch Weehaw as well as he's stuck inside the trees. Yule Scepters himself, but how do you get out of here? He cuts through the trees, gets a long Timber Chain out. Can he get another one? Can he actually find the time? Topson laying in the damage? No, he can't get across the river. Again and again and again. Nigma just keep on getting picked off. Cannot find the opportunity for an actual team fight.
I like that they gave Miracle the bottle. You can see that the way that they're trying to come back into this game is a pretty creative one, where you just give the bottle to the carry, and he tries to pick up one of these late game Arcane or DD runes, which, you know, you need something to turn the fight at this point, right? And it's not going to come in items because OG is controlling the entire map. So that's how they're trying to do it. But he's getting these terrible runes. He first got the regen, and now he's got an illusion rune. Very unfortunate.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
If we see Miracle with the double damage, I think this one of these fights can definitely turn.
Sure.
So creative solutions coming up from them on Nigma, but unfortunately not working out their way.
I'm not convinced that another item is actually going to change Miracle's game that much. He's looking at a Butterfly that still doesn't handle all the AoE damage that's out there. I think it simply comes down to the fact that he's got to, in many ways, 1v5, and now he's been spotted. Now they're just going to stay on top of him. He still has that BKB. He turns around, tries to draw a little bit of damage. Stomp goes out, and he does manage to get off Shadow Dance. BKB, TP's out. Bound the Strike is there, but of course, Miracle made sure, 100%, that he was going to get out.
Oh, No-Tail had his ult. That's interesting. Choosing to hold it for the next team fight, I suppose. That's a very interesting choice.
Jumping around. Jumping straight in. Mid one. It's a boundless strike. He is a brave man that he is. Just goes straight into the tier 3. And he's fine. He's got the heals behind him, the Sunray.
With the stat build and the Sunray, you can actually do this. I love how he's playing. This is exactly like how people are playing the Faces for.
Look at Topson just chucking in the damage at GH, and he forces yet another buyback. The touch of death that Topson brings. Swap back in. Miracle immediately going to try and bring down. Okay, they do manage to take down No-Tail, at least. Saksa still has that opportunity, though, to get off the Supernova, even out without the overgrowth, especially with RMN now dead. A little bit of damage damage going out where Miracle has to be able to bounce away from it. They always have to play scared of Topson whenever he's got all these tree tosses ready to go.
This entire game, GH has just been getting one hit by Topson, and because he's gone for this non-magic damage build, he's still going to keep getting one hit. Like, you have to play so far back as a support in this game because Topson is so farmed.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at that damage, man. 1,000 crits.
Can't even feel comfortable about killing that creep wave. Telekinesis sees an opportunity to jump on a mid one here, get a little bit of damage, but do not give him those Jingu stacks. He still has an Aegis, so mid one hasn't even had to expend that just yet. Saxa covers his ground, but Topson actually going in immediately. Gets off a combination there. Miracle sees a good opportunity to rack up some stacks. He's taking so much damage, though. The sun ray's even still burning through him. Fortunately, that's because he's got the BKB. Turns around, goes for Topson, does manage to bring him down. No buyback there, and mid one stunned up for a time being. If they can actually somehow keep him here, the shockwave pulls him back. Skewer back on in. They're not going to let him go. They're not going to be that easy. Mid one, they throw out the Wukong's command, but they take him out. Two doesn't get any damage there. Fortunately, the Supernova with the overgrowth, the RP goes down in return. If they can open up a space for Miracle to get out, be massive, but the Sun Ray tracks him down. He's going to be forced to do a buyback now. Weehaw looks to be able to get back and reset things a little bit more. They couldn't keep OG from retreating, or if they did, they lose the fight that follows.
Under attack.
Similar to the first fight that we saw on the racks, it's, you know, you get a couple of kills, but it's at such a high cost. At this point, you beg the question, like, what item can they get? Can they get a rapier? Does a satanic make the difference? Does a sheep make the difference? It's usually one of these big late game luxury items that you can pick up and it changes the game. Maybe a Bloodthorn. It doesn't feel like there's anything right now. They don't have a rapier carrier. They already have the satanic, I believe.
Yeah. Again, it's like that next item isn't actually going to save Miracle that much. He just, his team is too underfarmed to be able to help him out. I mean, we just got a 35-minute Heaven's Halberd. That's from Weehaw.
And, you know, there's no ranged heroes on OG, so it's not...
Nice pick off, they can get it, and they should be able to. Yeah. No opportunity to be able to dive away. Mid one immediately jumps in on this. Topson does manage to get the toss up in the air into Miracle. Miracle got to be careful, though. Oh, man. Stays away from all those tree tosses. Armin doesn't actually die just yet, but eventually they'll hunt him down. Miracle, though, no longer having his ultimate, no longer having a dark path. Gets tossed up in the air. Topson brings him down. A dive back there from Miracle. And OG,
Normally.
they lose somebody, but somehow the fight that immediately follows, they're still able to get themselves a potential win here. I don't know how they fight without Miracle. They have just been all in on getting him the only farm that's been available to Nigma, and now he's dead for 90 seconds.
You need to skewer into Fountain. This is really OG's game to throw at this point.
Topson, he just goes in immediately for GH. The first thing every single time. Mind control, Consite the overgrowth right next to Weehaw here, who, despite the reactive armors, cannot put up with the damage being put out by Midwan. That is going to be all 5 down. And we're looking at the end of Nigma's run through Omega League here. Last man left to stand in, coach RMN, before Miracle calls GG. That is it. OG, they get their chance for a rematch against Secret. They are heading to the grand finals.
In that last fight, we saw Mind Control jump in.